watching is the newest information that was just released early this morning. Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Freddie Vela here with meteorologist Tommy House. We have an update to the hurricane season. NOAA actually releasing their forecast for the Atlantic hurricane season.
Starts in just a few days, Freddie.
Yeah.
So it's time to get into the numbers here. And this is how they are thinking the Atlantic basin, which includes the Gulf, will look for this upcoming season.
Yeah, very interesting to see that the numbers that they had released, they're looking at a below average season compared to what we've seen the past couple of seasons, which have been about average or above average. What they're calling for is 8 to 14 named storms, 3 to 6 of those becoming hurricanes, and 1 to 3 of those becoming major hurricanes, which is category 3 or above. And you can even see what our average is. And really, when you take a look at it, I mean, it's not that far off from what average actually is.
So a lot of people, when they saw this, they're immediately full celebration. It's a good trend.
Yeah.
But it only takes one, and that's what they also communicated, to impact you, to impact loved ones, family, and friends. So the urgency still is there, but you know, this is much better than if they said, you know, 14 to 16 hurricanes, you know, 3 to 6 major. So good step in the right direction, but still something to watch.
Very interesting as well, because a lot of people will say, oh, well, you know, we didn't have any landfalls, so it wasn't an active season. But what they look at is, they don't look at, is a storm going to make landfall? They do make probabilities and stuff of that. But what they're looking at is how many storms are actually going to form. So even if one, like last year, we didn't have very many make landfall whatsoever in the
Caribbean
one
was pretty intense, for sure. Yeah.
But as far as making landfall in the U.S., there wasn't really anything major that made any landfall. Unfortunately, it was still a decent active season. So really what they're looking at is what can actually develop.
All right, and we also have Colorado State, University of Arizona, all these different places are researching these numbers. Colorado State's pretty on par with NOAA. They're saying, hey, 13 named storms, 2 of those being major hurricanes. There are certain factors, though, Freddie, such as El Nino and sea surface temperature. Those are the primary concerns.
Yeah, and really the reason that they're starting to put these out at this point is because hurricane season's almost here. And really, sometimes we do have some storms that actually develop in June. Now, that's not saying that one will actually start on June 1st. It's just saying that that's a possibility. And you can see where the peak actually is, going from August to September into October. But their concern is, obviously, now that we're looking at a possible El Nino, how that's going to be affecting it.
Yeah, we could certainly see some storms forming on stalled fronts deep in the Caribbean as early as June. I mean, it happens. That's why we're in hurricane season starting June 1st, as it's, you know, relatively low compared to the peak warming of the waters. But hey, listen, El Nino, sure, it says fewer hurricanes climatologically out there, but notice the Gulf isn't really too much of a affected issue.
Yeah.
You know, that main development region sure could have fewer hurricanes. We also get impacted by the Eastern Pacific. How many times do we get an Eastern Pacific storm and then the moisture, you know, clockwise flows right into Texas? And we're talking about inches, if not a foot of rain that can fall here in the Lone Star State. So we could still get impacted by both basins.
It's happened many, many times where you'll have a storm that kind of develops just around central Mexico, starts to move up and then kind of gets pulled in. All that moisture just flows right into Texas. So just because we're not talking about, you know, severe or massive amounts of storms that actually develop, that's what we could actually see. Here's a look at your sea surface temperatures as well. Anything that you see in red is actually a bit warmer than normal sea surface temperatures. Anything you see in blue is near normal or cooler sea surface temperatures. You can see where a lot of the blue is still well far around Africa, getting closer into Spain. You see some of this blue compared to all the red that's warmer than average for this time of year.
You know what I'm watching, and real quick, is the Gulf. I know it's kind of hard to see with the position here. I would try to go back and see, but it'll go quick. Look how orange and red the Gulf is. So sure, the winds are hostile in a typical El Nino. It only takes one storm, though. You know, we were very lucky in the Gulf in Texas for the last hurricane season. But if the conditions line up, and they can line up in an El Nino season, still, you saw that 1 to 3 major forecast by NOAA. One of those 3, it could potentially be somewhere a little closer to home. And so it's going to be all eyes, despite this below normal forecast they're going with.
And Tommy said it. It only takes one of these storms to really start to ramp up. If we go one more graphic, just a reminder really quickly that we only have 11 days until the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Again, we'll be right back.